that my leg is short and I sweat a lot. Like 1 minute into the fight, I'm already like sweating a lot. And besides that, I shave. Oh,
right.
Yeah,
You're going for the athlete, the runner legs.
I shave.
I couldn't do it,
It's
man.
starting growing right now, but I shaved before. So if they go to my foot or my heel hooks, it's better because they leave it themselves open. You know, a lot of people like attack the heel hook, but you just leave yourself open. You know, so the thing that you attack the heel hook, you gotta make sure like. You know, I show you if you want to.
Absolutely, yeah. Shall we go and sit? Shall we go and find a spot over on the AstroTurf?
Yeah, man.
Let's do that. We'll go
Or if you guys want to do the private room, they have a private room right there.
Yeah, let's do that. We'll follow you.
Beleza? Bom?
Tudo certo. Pode tirar uma foto contigo, cara? Pô, não deu certo a última, né, cara? Felizmente.
Faz parte.
Tem que tirar aqui. E aí, mas tá tudo tranquilo? Já voltou a treinar?
Por enquanto não.
Valeu, cara.
Valeu.
Boa sorte.
Obrigado.
What's up, man? How you doing? Good.
This place is awesome.
Pedro, bom dia.
Yeah.
Hardy, bom dia. Hardy.
So you weren't tempted to stay in the dorms here then?
I stayed. When I came in here first, I stayed here for like. You guys gonna train right now? Yeah, we can do it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we're good. We can go over to the AstroTurf.
Yeah?
We'll just sit on the back. Yeah, so you didn't want to stay in the dorms here then, no?
Sometimes I stay here.
Yeah.
Like if I have like a family or like my wife or one of my kids, they're like starting getting like cold or sick a little bit, and then I stay here for a week.
What about on the bench? With the cage behind and...
Can do. We just need to make sure Formiga's not hitting pads. I'll ask him. This would be a best spot. Hey. Coach, can we sit on this bench and film for a minute while you warm up? Is that okay?
Pode sentar aqui para filmar? Claro, à vontade.
I need to learn another language. I feel so uneducated. Come here and everyone's switching from one language to another and barely speak English. Are you looking for something to sit on?
Yeah. Yeah, do that sideways.
That one. Are you with it?
Damn, the Bruce Lee's that is dope.
Oh, you like that?
I'll be doing this tattoo right here next week.
Hey, you should talk us through your tattoos as well. We have a show called Fighting. And we,
You want me to show you them while we're recording?
yeah, man, definitely.
Alright, cool. So
I'm just gonna...
that's me right here. The guys
nice.
just yeah.
When are you getting that done?
I'm gonna next Thursday.
That's very cool.
And besides that gladiator right there, I will change for this one right here. It's the same work, just the face is different. I told
yeah,
you.
I prefer the other one.
Yeah, this one, right?
The blue
open
one, the
and
helmet,
yeah,
that's cool.
there you go. And the mask is different too, you know what I mean? This one right here, that's the one open, and this one is, you cannot even see it.
Yeah. Dude, check these out. So you're getting them done next week, are you?
Yeah, next week. Next Thursday. But the face is not gonna be this one. It's gonna be this one right here.
That's awesome. So how many sittings do you think?
I don't know. First the guy wanna try to see how long can I take it.
Right. See how
And-
tough you are.
and
He's gonna see how tough a UFC fighter. That's funny.
So yours, how long you do yours like in one session?
My back was 8 hours.
You did it straight?
Yeah.
8 hours?
Yeah. My chest I did over 2 days. I did 5 and 7. My stomach was over 2 days, and that was
So
was
what
8.
kind of letter in your stomach? It's not Latin.
No, it's Sanskrit. Tibetan, Sanskrit. It's a Buddhist prayer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right on. It's,
Yeah.
it's really cool.
Thank you, man. Thank you. It's
Your
one of my
tattoos
first
are really
ones.
nice.
Thank you.
So what do you have in here?
Oh, well, this is my Britannia sleeve. So I've got Britannia down the side, and then I've got the clipper ship to guide me home,
All right.
and then that's Britannia. Similar helmet to what you're having.
Yeah,
So that
yeah.
Britannia is like the
That's
female
dope.
representation of the country.
Nice.
And then I've got the compass to guide me. I've got my praying hands at the top for my sins. And then on the inside I've got a flintlock pistol.
Nice.
And then they're the White Cliffs of Dover, and that's a bluebird.
That's
There's a
badass.
song in there.
And here's more the Asian style, right?
All my Japanese sleeve on this side, and then I've got my Ramon Deckers slash Pink Floyd tattoo, shine on.
All right.
When Ramon Deckers died, I always wanted a tattoo for Pink Floyd.
Okay.
When it was the same time, it comes the same thing.
Nice.
And then I've got an unfinished tiger on my leg with no face, which needs finishing.
Why?
Dude,
Why is no face? Oh, because he didn't finish.
He never finished it. I had oh, look, bites, man. I had like 8 hours done on it, and then I had to leave.
That's dope.
And when I went back, he's
And I
moved
like
to
the Bruce
Hawaii.
Lee too. It's really nice.
I get so many compliments with this one.
The Bruce Lee is fucking dope. That's really nice, man.
Cool, right?
Really cool.
Yeah, he's good.
He's really nice.
It's weird.
Explain the crossbones to him.
The skull and crossbones.
Yeah.
I have one on each leg, and my agreement was that when I got a knockout with both feet and both knees, I'd get I'd get them on my shins.
Nice.
As like they're my Thai boxing badges.
Nice. nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So what have you got? What have you got at the moment?
I got here, I have like a suplex right there.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
You know, and I got here Portuguese Blessed by God, which I'm gonna cover right now, this one right here.
Yeah. Oh, with your
with the new one.
Nice.
So that's it.
Very cool. So you're ready for some more then?
Yeah, it's fresh. I'm ready to go.
Tell me about it. So how are you feeling at the moment? All good?
Man, good. You know, good to be back here at home.
Yeah.
It always sucks, like, you know, to lose a fight. You know what I mean? Deal with defeat is kind of like sucks, which I have been doing a long time. I have started competing jiu-jitsu very young age, 13, 14 years old. I have over like 1,000 like jiu-jitsu matches, some amateur boxing, some Thai boxing too, and you know, I love fighting. That's what I love to do, and it just sucks sometimes that you go there and you know you could do more. You know you could have like dropped some bombs and things like that, but it is what it is, and you know, at least like the way I fight is, you know, it's always be busy getting fights.
It's always
And,
fun.
Yeah.
The commentators were saying, Pedro's still going forward. He's still throwing bombs, and you just kind of
and then people like some people they tell me like, oh, why you don't change your style? Why you don't use your jiu-jitsu? Things like that. I used my jiu-jitsu after I dropped. You know what I mean? So I dropped them, and then I go for like the guillotines, taking the back, things like that. But other than that, for me, it's just fun. That exchange. Oh no, but it's dangerous. I was like, it is what it is.
Fighting
you know?
is dangerous, right?
Yeah. So if I would have to lose, I prefer lose like getting knocked out. For real. At least I'm gonna go there and look for more shots. And if I take one or two, which I think I can take it a lot. You know, I used to live like in LA, and I used to train with a lot of Mexican boxers out there. And here in American Top Team, all the time we have the gold Olympic medalist, Robson Conceição, a Brazilian guy. He beat Lomachenko on amateur, and so every time he's here, you know, I get like some sparring with him, which is very fun. I go some of the local gym here in Miami to get some like some boxing rounds. So I like it, you know. For me, it's fun to go there, and you know. And for my last 4 fights before that one against Brett Jones from Wales.
He's good, man. Brett's very good.
Tough, you know, and he was there literally. He accepted the fight, so his goal was the same. So it was fun. After that, you know, Brian Caraway was good because he stayed there, tried to, you know, take my head off. I was able to, you know, to capitalize and get the finish.
Yeah.
That one before Cody Garbrandt was a tough test too, because a lot of people were saying that he was the biggest like knockout power in the division, and then I didn't feel that with not respecting. But once he started hitting me, his hands was very fast, but
Didn't feel it.
But
But
didn't
is that
feel it.
because he doesn't hit very hard, or because you've got a good chin? Because I think it's probably because you've got a good chin.
And I think I sparred with a lot of like boxers, like Mexican guys. They fucking hit you and you feel it right away. And I think it was it. I think it was his hand was very fast though. First punch that he threw, I was tried to block everything, but I got like maybe 2 or 3, and I was like, oh no, this is not what that's not how people was telling.
So he was
before.
faster than you expected then?
It was fast, very fast. But for MMA, I guess he hits hard, but like I said, I haven't been like in the boxing like community and sparring with great like professional boxers, and I didn't feel like that hard, his punch.
Really?
And then was starting like, I'm like, all right, cool. So now I'm gonna counter because I already feel it, I already block it. It's not a big deal. So now I'm gonna just stay and fucking exchange, and that's exactly what happened. My last fight against Aljamain, you know, he was smart. He's very strategic, you know. That's all, you know. He doesn't have that much finishes, but he's always win by decisions. He able to put it like his game plan and work there very well. You know, keep the distance. For me, it's just hard to understand why someone loses a fight that you're the most aggressive one. You control the cage the whole time. I took him down like a couple times with a kick that I threw on his calf and his leg. He felt. I went 2 times to your guillotine, so I have like 2 submissions attempts. We're both exchanging. I was hitting him, he was hitting me back, but every time that I was hitting him, he was like, you know, showing that he felt it. And then you go to the scorecard and you lose. So for me, it's kind of like, it's
So
hard
did
to
you expect
understand.
on the scorecards to be? Did you expect the victory there?
No,
Or you're
not like
sure?
that. I didn't
Right.
watch the fight a few times.
Right.
And I didn't expect to be like that, you know what I mean? Like losing all 3 rounds.
Really?
So yeah.
So what did you expect from Aljamain Sterling going in? What was your game plan for him?
It was exactly like that one. You know what I mean? I just expecting him. Like we're training for the fight. We already knew that he's gonna be more strategy. He working more his strategy and then look for the finish. You know, because he knew what type of fighter I am. And we already expecting that. You know, we already knew that he would not stay. He would like keep his distance, avoid the distance. But even though I think it was more effective in the fight,
Yeah.
I think so. I got
you
some.
were always moving forward and cutting the space down and throwing with power. It's difficult because the scoring's based on the interpretation of the judges a lot of the time. You know, so it depends on how they feel about the fight, and it's not so clear.
It's crazy. It's hard for me to understand. And then that was not the first time. Against John Dodson was the same thing. He was hitting me literally like that. And I was boom, boom, throwing bombs. He was shaking him out, was taking him away. I took him down first round. And like the semi-fight against Aljamain, like in 15 minutes the fight I control over the 14 minutes, the octagon, being aggressive the whole time, moving forward, and then you steal that and then you lose by decision. So something, I think like for us as a professional that we do, you know, we prepare this for a lot of months and we go in there, and I think that should be a little more clear, like the scores, you know, what we're looking for. Oh, those referees right here. Oh, this referee, he looks the knockouts and aggressive. This one right here, they like more the strategy.
Yeah.
Or
He's a jiu-jitsu player,
he's a
so he's going to
jiu-jitsu
score
guy, so
passing
he's gonna.
and sub-attempts.
So I think that should be a little bit more clear, you know, because this is a professional sport. This is all we do, you know. A lot of people that was saying, which I don't believe, that was 1 fight away for me for the title. So now it pushed me back a little bit, which I, you know, it is what it is. I'm there to fight. I didn't go to the fight expecting fight for the title, because I live every day like what's gonna happen today, not what's gonna happen like a week from now, a month or 2 months, because I don't think that, you know, anything can happen in life like that. So, but I think this should be like a little more clear. The fact that the judges scores.
What would you have done differently in the fight? You know, looking back, imagine you've had the experience and you got the opportunity to go back in time and go again.
So now I didn't break machine, I would have kicked more.
Right.
Yeah,
you were saying your shins are sore, right?
Very sore. And then in the fight, I kick a lot, but I had more cardio to kicking more and more and more. I would like just kicking more.
Yeah.
Kicking more, yeah.
And does it change the way that you approach fights, because you know that the judging is not so definite? Do you kind of, because your fighting style is not, you don't seem like the kind of person that works to the scorecards, that like thinks about, oh, I'll score a takedown in this round, you know what I mean? Because you look like you come to try and get the finish every time. Is there a point where you have a fight against Aljamain Sterling or someone like John Dodson and you go, you know what, maybe I need to change my style because of the way the judging is?
I think, what I would do, that's not easy to happen, but I would approach it a different way. I would ask for a 5 rounds fight.
Okay.
Five round fight, which will like that we're not gonna change the way of the fighting, but also we're gonna have more time. We're gonna have more window there to finish.
Yeah.
Because I like score for me, that's bullshit. One referee can give you, and the other one can give. Like, one referee can give you like the whole 3 rounds, and the other one give it to the other one.
Yeah.
So for me, it's bullshit. So at least like I have more time to finish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the way that I train. Training right here. We get some training partners. We change like between rounds, guys, and in the way that I like to train, it's a little bit tough. So I like to always push myself to the limit, and that's how I like to perform in the fight. Always looking for the finish.
So tell me about why you decided to move to American Top Team, because you were in California before, right?
Yes, I moved 2010 from Brazil to California, and then I used to train at Black House there in another place, jiu-jitsu place in Black House, mostly more MMA. And I met Andre Dida and Rafael Cordeiro over at Black House, which I trained with them for a couple of years, and then they stopped training. They stopped teaching at Black House. Rafael Cordeiro, he opened his own school in Huntington Beach, which was far because I used to live in Torrance. Black House was in Gardena, And then I was starting training with Rafael Cordeiro at his gym, training at Black House again. And then I used to train jiu-jitsu like in a lot of places. I used to train with Chad George at his gym. And then I used to go at Cobrinhas in Hollywood, which Cobrinha, I know him in Brazil a long time ago. I was purple belt, he was a brown belt when we used to train in Brazil. And I used to go at Checkmat Trail like under like Leo Vieira and the other guys. So it was a good training, but I had to drive a lot. But it was not consistently. A lot of the trainings I always had to like to call the partners like a day before to make sure they would be there in training. So it was I fought a couple guys right here, Gerard Sanders and Justice Coggins. So I met Conan, I met some of the coaches. They always invited me to come train here. I came in here 2015. The old facility was not a lot of small guys. So I went back to California, and then 2017 I came back. It was already the new facility, and was a lot of like guys, small guys, and it was great just to do all my trainings here. A lot of jiu-jitsu guys, a lot of like Thai boxing guys, a lot of the boxer guys. Everything we had in this facility right here. So it was great. So I moved my family here in March. I fought in Sweden there. We spoke.
Yeah.
And then after that, my whole family came from California here, and I live literally like 5 minutes from the gym and do all my trains here 2-3 times a day, and I still have a time to rest, enjoying with the family. So yeah, it's great. It's great, man. And it's closer here to Brazil. So I go at least 2 times a year in Brazil, and my family coming here too, because in California was like a straight fly. It was like 14 hours. Here is only 7, so it's literally like half away. So my sister moved down here because they're like a huge like Brazilian population here.
Right.
So my youngest sister, she came in here. She works and study here. So it's good to have like someone of your family, living close to you. And I feel very close to Brazil too. So anything happen, I could be there like in quick. My parents coming here, they love here. Everywhere they go, they're able to speak Portuguese, and so they love it here. So it's nice. And besides here, American Top Team, they have like a good people. A lot of guys actually that I knew from Brazil since I was like a teenager. And they live here and they train here. The coaches here, they're great. So it's nice.
Nice. So what's your plan now? So obviously you've had a week to rest. You're keen to get back into training, I can tell, because you're already in the gym and you shouldn't be training today. So what's your process in getting back into training, and what's your plan for the next fight?
So right now I don't have any plans when I'm fighting. Like I promised like to myself that I will like try to stop thinking about fighting who I'm fighting next and things like that for another couple weeks.
That's impossible.
I already want to come back training. It's just like my shins, they're not like ready right now to train. Not even grappling, because if someone's like touch you right there, it's very uncomfortable. So but So today is gonna be 1 week. I think I'm gonna start in like swimming again. So I have a pool right in front of my house. The community I live, they have like a nice Olympic pool.
Nice.
So I'm gonna just get there, get some laps in the pool, starting getting the cardio back. Enjoying the family, enjoying the life, eat a little bit because I dropped from 160, 73, 74 kilos to 61 kilos. So
yeah. Do you go up much between fights with your weight? Because you look like you're trim now. Don't look like you're particularly heavy.
Yeah. I'm probably 72, 73 kilos right now. That's why I'm like the heaviest is right now. Once I start in training, go back to 71s, and then I stay there, get a fight, go to 69, 68 kilos, and then I drop to 61 kilos, the bantamweight. And yeah, man, I come right here in this gym every day, do like one hard practice every day. If I have a fight coming up, or even if I don't have a fight coming up, I like to come right here and push hard at least one time a day. But for the next couple of weeks, I'm getting a tattoo. So I'm just like, I'm lucky just right now.
That's going to give you gladiator strength in your next fight. You know that, don't you? I don't want to fight you.
Exactly. So what I'm doing in my tattoo, I'm getting the gladiator, which we're a gladiator, the modern age era. I'm getting a Coliseum on the bottom, which is the cage that we fight. And I get the angel right here, and then I get it on the other side, half angel, half a demon, which is a lot of what we are. We have the dark side, we have the good side.
I have two wolves. I have a good wolf and a bad wolf.
Yeah. And even the tattoo artist, he was telling me, "Oh man, you're gonna do a demon? Are you sure, man? It's gonna be the rest of your life in your skin." I was like, "Yeah." It's pretty much the part of our life. We have to fight our
He's
demons.
Getting a demon this week.
We have to fight our demons every day.
Yeah.
And why not do right here? It's an art. It's cool. It's cool. So I have an angel, and the other one is like half a demon and half an angel, and people's gonna see it, and they don't know if it's a demon or an angel. So I guess it's half and half, or depending of your interpretation.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna try and find a tattoo studio tomorrow because this one wants a demon.
Oh, you wanna do here?
Yeah.
Oh, I know a good guy.
Yeah.
I know a really good guy. I can take you guys there.
Really?
Yes, he's badass. If
Yeah,
I show your page, I'm gonna show his page.
Yeah.
And he's badass. He's badass.
Yeah.
We've been looking, haven't we?
Yeah.
badass. A
You want a
Brazilian
demon,
guy.
don't you? And I want just something small. You know
A
what I mean?
Brazilian
But-
guy that he moves here like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
So the guy in Miami, that was the one that asked him to come down here,
Yeah.
and he just opened his shop. It's not far from here, like 5 minutes.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Nice.
badass guy.
Cooking.
We do, but I see if I can. I'm a good friend of him,
That'd
so
be-
yeah, he's
that'd be
busy,
it.
man. He's busy like 6 months from now.
Are you gonna get one with us?
I'm getting my Thursday.
Okay.
Same guy.
Yeah.
Same guy.
Nice.
So he's busy. He's busy like 6 months from now.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna try.
Show us his page.
Yeah, I'm gonna show his page.
That would be
Nice.
amazing.
And he's really good at like a black and like a skin tattoo like that. He does color as well. I'm gonna show his work, like he done color, but
Yeah.
his thing is like that one you saw this. So it's really good.
Nice.
It's really good.
Yeah, very cool. Is it
So-
nice to be able to have a break and get some tattoos? Have you been waiting to get this tattoo for a while?
Yeah, I wait to have to the last 3 fights. I was like, okay, and then I got another fight quick, and then I didn't get injury, and then I was back in training. I was training. I was like, now I don't want to stop for a week, 10 days to heal. And right now it's perfect time because literally like my shin now is like very sore, so I need another like 1 week, 10 days, not heating anything.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna like lift, do shadow box, next week starting hitting the bags, at least like boxing. I like to hit bags a lot too. But jiu-jitsu like a contact and nothing right now because very, very, very sore the body.
Yeah.
And I like to run, listen to some music, put like a nice playlist.
What do you listen to?
Everything.
Really?
Everything.
Really?
Everything.
What, heavy or chill or hip hop or heavy?
Mostly hip hop,
Right. Okay.
but I like Linkin Park.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Metallica.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like Guns N' Roses. I listen a lot of more like old school rock.
Yeah. Uh huh.
I like,
me down to the paradise.
but mostly hip hop. like
Yeah, okay.
the old school guys as well.
Nice.
Some Brazilian hip hop too, like Brazilian rap. I like it. Reggaeton. I like it. I like the rhythm. You
Yeah.
know, it gives me like a good like momentum to run and do some shadow box and full work. You know, when I train, I like to do a lot of full work, but in the fight, you know, I don't like to waste that time. I'm like,
Footwork's good for trapping people up against the fence so you can hit them.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what footwork's all about.
and besides that, you know, I'm like glad. Even I was talking with Conan yesterday, and I even asked Conan, it's like, oh, I saw Dan Hardys in the gym. He's like, yeah, because you know, I'm a big fan of yours. I like your style. I'm like growing up, I was watching you in UFC, and for me, it's really good to have
Thank
you
you,
know
man.
have the interview with you. It's a pleasure, man.
No problem. It's been good talking to you, man. I'm looking forward to your next fight. I mean, your division's blowing up at the moment, and on that card there were a lot of guys that
Yeah.
were, you know, to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what are your thoughts on the other guys in the division before I leave you? Because I'm interested to know what your thoughts are on the likes of you know,
I'm
Peter
top-
Yan and guys like that.
I'm a top 5 right now. So behind me, top 6 is Dominique Cruz.
Yeah.
She's a legend, you know. And
That
good
fight you
friend,
like?
good friend of mine. I think that would be great if we fight. Nothing against him, like you know, he's a friend of mine. And it's a part of the business. I think our relationship is gonna get even stronger if we fight one day for real, like a brother. You know, you have
Yeah,
your brother, you
uh-huh.
fight your brother every day.
Yeah.
And still love him. Pedro Munhoz, because all the crap he has been talking, I don't think he's that much tough. That
Oh, has he been
think it
talking
is.
crap? Has he?
Yeah.
What's he been saying?
Yeah.
About you specifically, or
Yeah,
just
he
the
just
division?
called me out when I knock him out, Cody Gabbard.
Ah, okay.
Which is okay. He wanna like put himself out there. And then this last UFC, he was looking at me. We were like in the media day, and then I came up to him and I was saying, man, what's up? I noticed that you haven't been looking at me. Oh, you say this on the internet about myself. I was like, yes, I did. So what do you want to do about it?
So that fight's got to happen. That fight's got to happen. I think we just made a matchup right there. What were your thoughts on his performance against Jimmy Rivera?
Right that moment, that was right after I fought. I couldn't
Did you watch
see it.
it,
I
man?
didn't watch the fight. You know, like I said, and then that was good because we say something to each other on the internet. I don't go in it. I don't say anything about people on the internet. I think this is not the way I believe it is. But I know for the company, for today, the fights, it's you know, that's the thing.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking like a more like, you know, I'm starting thinking a different way right now. But for me, like someone call me out, and if I see the street, I will fight them. You know what I mean? Like, dude, like call me out. Like, you
Yeah.
know, today, like yesterday, some of the guy that I know, we have a friend that come say something on the internet about me, and I was like, you know, I'm like, dude, if I see you in Brazil, I'm gonna fuck you up. You know what I mean? So you're gonna, yeah, you can say something like that, and you Brazilian, I'm Brazilian, and I see you in Brazil that has no rules right there. I'm gonna fuck you up. What are you gonna do? You're gonna call the cops? They're gonna say fuck you. You know what I mean?
You're a UFC.
You're like, oh, I'm calling the cops. The guy's beating me. The cops will like be drinking coffee. He wouldn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? It's like it's not like America. Like there, and that's why, you know, I grew up with that kind of like, let's say it's fear. Let's say it's fear. You know what I mean? So you're never gonna like go out of your comfort zone and call someone out. Going back to the Patreon was a good thing that happened because we kind of like, you know, he says something, I took personal, and then he took personal, and then we saw each other in the bus, we say something to each other, and then he say something Russian, I say something Portuguese back, and then we were in the media day, he was looking at me, I came up to him, we talked, and he had a guy there to do the translation for him. And then the good thing that at the end of the day, we shake hands, we kind of like, you know, so all the trash talk is over, you know, but it's definitely, you know, he's an upcoming fighter, tough, and you know, I like to test myself with the best, with the best fighters. You know, I'm number 5, he's number 4, and I'm fighting anyone, you know. So I never pick my opponents. Like, you know, my first fight in UFC, my first loss was Rafael Assunção, was in 6 days notice. I fought at LFA. I took 1 week off, and then when I started training, the same day I got a call from my manager. Like, Rafael Assunção's manager broke their hand, and it wasn't a Saturday to fight on the next Saturday. So until Sunday, we didn't know anything about it. So Sunday, we got the call, say, yeah, okay, you guys gonna fight next Saturday in 6 days. So literally, you know, got all my stuff and went to Vegas the next day. And then I fought at Rafael Assunção. It was a tough fight. It was a back and forth. It was my first fight. I was 24 years old, so didn't have like much experience. It was my first fight in UFC, so I was like a little bit like, oh. So he still went there, did a good fight. I'm not calling him out, but that's gonna be another fight that will be good and fight that makes sense. Patreon. Besides that, I think it's Aljamain, and I'm number 5, and then Dominic Cruz number 6. So I think all these fights between Dominic and whatever, I think it's a fight that makes sense. You know, that makes sense, and I think that Patreon's fight is gonna be good because he seems like the fighter that likes to go and fight going forward. He believes in his skills, he believes in his power, so do I. And I think it will be like a good fight. You know, it will be a good fight. Besides all the beef we had, it's kind of like
you have the same kind of style. You know, you both like to move forward. You both like to be aggressive.
That was good that we kind of like clean that up. No more beef, so it's more professional right now.
Yep.
You know, this upcoming fighter is good. Like I said, Dominic Cruz too. He's a legend. You know, I want to like never like call him out, but if the UFC want to do that fight, you know, that would be great. You know, so it's part of our job, and we have to fight anyway.
Yeah, right. Were you surprised that Marlon Moraes lost to Cejudo?
I was.
Yeah.
I was surprised. You know, I always knew that Cejudo is very like, he's tough. You know, has a lot of skills. Great athlete. For the fact he was Olympic champ, like very young age. And there, he took like a lot of the kicks. He took a lot of the shots. I saw that Marlon Moraes got a little bit like tired, and I was in the hospital getting like a CT scan because I was like a little swole, and like, you know, and they saw there was a little bit back and forth fight, so they want to like take us to the hospital. And I was watching my phone, so I saw that I noticed that he got a little bit tired, and then he said, "Cejudo, you know, shows being tough as fuck." I was there and able to get that victory. It surprised me. I didn't expect that.
Yeah. This weight class at the moment is just wide open. There's so many good fights for you, and so many matchups that could quite easily get you right back to a title.
Yeah. Exactly. This is definitely like one of the divisions right now. They have like, if you see the top 5, top 10, they have a lot of great fighters. Yeah. So, you know, I'm just back in the gym as soon as possible and getting my ground back again and go there and do, you know, stuff that I always do.
Nice. Dude, it's been great talking to you today.
Likewise.
Good luck with training. Good luck with your tattoo. I want to see a photo of that one. That's going to be awesome. It's been great talking to you, man. I'm a big fan.
Man.
Awesome. Yeah, that was awesome.
That was great.